1. Transco architrave light switches. This section explains the critical difference between a standard single pole switch and a double pole switch, which is a key safety feature for certain applications. Feature Transco standard switch, Transco double pole switch. Product name architrave switch 2-gang, architrave switch 2-gang double pole. Product code switching type single pole, double pole. Function: this is a standard light switch. When turned off, it only disconnects the active or hot wire that supplies power. The neutral wire remains connected. This is a specialized safety switch. When turned off, it disconnects both the active and the neutral wires simultaneously. Level of safety: provides standard isolation suitable for most lighting circuits. Offers a higher level of safety by completely isolating the connected appliance or fixture from the electrical circuit. This prevents any possibility of electric shock from residual current. Common use: used for all standard residential and commercial lighting circuits, e.g., bedroom lights, hallway lights. This is the most common type of switch, required for specific appliances or in situations demanding complete isolation for safety or maintenance. Examples include certain water heaters, pumps, motors, medical equipment, and workshop machinery. Visual analogy: think of it as closing a single gate on a two-lane road. Traffic is stopped on one lane, but the other lane remains open. Think of it as closing gates on both lanes of a two-lane road. All traffic is completely stopped, and the road ahead is fully isolated. Image. Key takeaway: the double pole switch is a crucial safety device for specific high-load appliances, as it ensures the device is entirely disconnected from the power source when switched off. For a customer order specifying double pole. Part 2. Standard versus high amperage plugs, 10A versus 15A. Hello and welcome. Today we're going on a virtual shopping trip to show you how to pick the right switch off the shelf. Every time, we'll focus on the key visual differences between single pole and double pole switches so you can buy with confidence. First, a quick recap. A pole is a circuit the switch controls. Single pole controls one circuit. Double pole controls two circuits at once. Okay, let's look at the standard single pole switch. You correctly pointed out that these often have 3 holes or terminals, and that can be confusing. Let's clear that up. When you're in the store, flip it over. A single pole switch will have 2 or 3 main terminals. If it has 3, they will be marked C for common, 1, and 2. This is for two-way switching, like at either end of a hall. Even with 3 terminals, it is still a single pole switch because it's only switching one active circuit. You might also see a loop terminal, which is just a connector, not a pole. So 2 or 3 terminals means single pole. Now for the double pole safety switch. This is much simpler to identify. When you flip it over in the store, it will always have 4 main terminals. No confusion, no exceptions. These 4 terminals are for the active wire in and out, and the neutral wire in and out. This is what allows it to completely isolate an appliance. The packaging will also clearly say double pole or DP, and it's often rated for higher amps, like 20 amps or 32 amps. So here is your ultimate in-store cheat sheet. Look at the back. 2 or 3 terminals? Single pole. 4 terminals? Double pole. It's that simple. Also, check the packaging. The double pole will be advertised as a safety DP switch. Remember, the green earth terminal doesn't count as a pole for either switch. So to choose, just ask yourself what you're wiring. Standard lights get a single pole. Heavy appliances like ovens and heaters must have a double pole for safety. By counting the terminals on the back, you can be 100% sure you are buying the right product for the job. And as always, if you're ever unsure, your best and safest resource is a licensed electrician. Thanks for watching, and happy safe wiring. This section explains the difference between a standard 10 amp plug and a high amperage 15 amp plug. The primary distinction lies in their power handling capacity and a physical safety design feature. Feature E10P, standard 10 amp plug, E15P, high amperage 15 amp plug. Product code E10P, E15P. Amperage rating, rated for a maximum electrical current of 10 amps. Rated for a higher maximum electrical current of 15 amps. Power capacity, designed for appliances that draw up to 2400 watts of power. 10 amp times 240 volts. Designed for heavy-duty appliances that draw up to 3600 watts of power. 15 amps times 240 volts. Earth pin size features a standard-sized earth pin, the bottom flat pin. features a larger and wider earth pin. This is the most important physical difference. Socket compatibility fits into both standard 10-amp power sockets and larger 15-amp power sockets. Will only fit into a 15-amp power socket. The oversized earth pin physically prevents it from being plugged into a standard 10-amp household socket. Common use used for the vast majority of everyday household appliances, such as televisions, computers, lamps, phone chargers, vacuums, and small kitchen appliances. Used for high-power equipment that requires more electricity than a standard outlet can safely provide. Common examples include caravans, mobile homes, large welders, industrial tools, and some high-capacity air conditioners. Safety analogy. A standard 10A outlet is like a regular car lane, designed for everyday travel. A 15A outlet is like a special heavy-duty truck lane. The 15A plug's large earth pin acts as a key, ensuring that a power-hungry truck can only enter the truck lane, which is built with thicker wiring to handle the heavy load safely.